Welcome to The Score. I am your host, Michael Burgess. For more information on this live broadcast and future episodes, please visit worldwrestlingnews.com. We have much to talk about, so stay tuned, because we are bringing you the Ringside Report, along with results, announcements, and much, much more live on The Score.
The one night that we wait for, when it's all put on the line. We all striving to reach the top and be the champion this time.
I'm gonna be a champion. Yeah, I got what it takes, risk it all, make my own fate. Yeah, I'm gonna be a champion. All the glory and the fame, jet setting in my own plane. I'm gonna be a champion. Silhouettes in the spotlight, cash falling from the sky. Yeah, I'm gonna be a champion. So it takes is one night for me to turn around my whole life. Say it's easy coming up and trying to be the best. I'm calling bluff, you looking tired, man, you need a rest. You trying to graduate ahead of class, cheat the test. Homie, I ain't even trying, I just be the best. Championship rings, yeah, I got a few. Gold medal, first place, what I gotta do. Hard work, dedication, never quitting, now you looking at a champion.
I'm gonna be a champion.
Yeah, I got what it takes, risk it all, make my own fate. Yeah, I'm gonna be a champion. All the glory and the fame, jet setting in my own plane.
I'm gonna be a champion.
Silhouettes in the spotlight, cash falling from the sky.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a champion.
So it takes is one night for me to turn around my whole life. I'm gonna be a champion. Yeah, I'm gonna be a champion.
The one night that we wait for, when it's all put on the line. We all striving to reach the top and be the champion this time.
I'm gonna be a champion. Yeah, I got what it takes, risk it all, make my own fate. Yeah, I'm gonna be a champion. All the glory and the fame, jet setting in my own plane. I'm gonna be a champion. Silhouettes in the spotlight, cash falling from the sky. Yeah, I'm gonna be a champion. So it takes is one night for me to turn around my whole life. Say it's easy coming up and trying to be the best. I'm calling bluff, you looking tired, man, you need a rest. You trying to graduate ahead of class, cheat the test. Homie, I ain't even trying, I just be the best. Championship rings, yeah, I got a few. Gold medal, first place, what I gotta do. Hard work, dedication, never quitting, now you looking at a champion.
I'm gonna be a champion.
Yeah, I got what it takes, risk it all, make my own fate.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a champion.
All the glory and the fame, jet setting in my own plane.
I'm gonna be a champion.
Silhouettes in the spotlight, cash falling from the sky.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a champion.
So it takes is one night for me to turn around my whole life.
I'm gonna be a champion. A champion.
I'm gonna be a champion.
I'm gonna be a champion.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a champion.
Well, once again, welcome back to The Score. If you've never tuned in to The Score before, it's a 30-minute live weekly broadcast that discusses the latest in the world of pro wrestling. So let's go ahead and dive in by kicking off with our Ringside Report. The Ringside Report is the latest hot news, and if you actually go to our official website, worldwrestlingnews.com. Well, over there on worldwrestlingnews.com, we have some breaking news. Now, if you haven't heard this breaking news, I advise you to go over there. We are still waiting for our inside source to give us more information, and when he does, we promise you we will bring the latest to you the quickest and possible way we can. But anyway, our breaking news is Vince McMahon has reportedly taken over as head of creative temporarily. Stephanie McMahon is obviously the executive of creative writing and the creative team in WWE. But since she everybody knows she's been selling her stocks for millions of dollars, and she's trying to build a new house and do all this with her family, and so she needs to take some less responsibilities, and I'm sure she'll get those responsibilities back as soon as she's done. Because, as you know, Vince McMahon, he gave this position up and gave it to his daughter a few years back, and I'm sure that's going to happen again in the future. But moving on to some other reports, TNA Wrestling has officially announced their return to Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. The company will move from their former Impact Zone location out south, Soundstage 21 to Soundstage 19. Confirmed dates include November 21st and November 22nd and November 23rd. Admission is free and will once again have a reporter on the ground at the Impact Zone. Just stay tuned to WorldWrestlingNews.com, and we promise you we'll have a reporter on the ground. But speaking of TNA, the TNA calendar, the company has added a December 28th, 2013 live event in Long Island, New York, and you can view all the updates at WorldWrestlingNews.com. There's a link posted there on our homepage. Last night's Halloween edition of Impact Wrestling received an average viewing audience of 1,104,000 on Spike TV. The show ended up getting a .90 cable rating, and the numbers are down from last week. The next themed episode of Impact Wrestling will be the episode airing on November 21st, 2013. The show will be subtitled The Turning Point and will be taped from Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. WWE filed a new booking agreement with Stephanie McMahon that went into effect on October 7, 2013, and you can read a document on WWE's corporate site, and we have a link on our homepage that'll take you right there. And the agreement is part of the return of her on-air character, which has also shifted her responsibilities backstage. Add Eddie Edwards as another Ring of Honor regular believed to be WWE bound. Edwards had a WWE tryout along with Davey Richards back in August and is rumored to be heading to the company. Well, that's it for our hot news and our ringside report. But, we've got a special Hell in a Cell Aftermath segment here. This is just great. Just how great was Hell in a Cell, really? I swear, it seemed like I was the only one that liked it at first. But really, so many more are liking it from the Aftermath. And especially its Aftermath that followed into Raw. Raw was, it had its ups and downs, but I think everyone can say that they really enjoyed the first hour. And the first hour was going in so strong, too. It was crazy. Especially the first 30 minutes of Raw. It was just crazy. It was show-stopping, heart-pounding, just crazy. And, well, that's where we're going to begin with our Hell in a Cell review. The pre-show. What happened? We were supposed to have an Intercontinental Championship match. Well, sadly, we didn't. WWE reported about an hour or two early, before the pre-show started, that Curtis Axel would not be able to compete due to an injury. Which meant that WWE booked a different match for the pre-show. They booked Damian Sandow versus Kofi Kingston. This is no doubt here. As soon as this match begins, Damien Sandow comes down to the ring. He cuts a promo, and he even mentions John Cena's return. And then, Kofi Kingston comes out, and they go at it to start the match, and we cut to more promos for the pre-show and for Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. And then we get back to the match. Sandow is in control. He nails the elbow of disdain for a close 2 count. Sandow keeps Kofi grounded and slams him into the mat. Sandow with an abdominal stretch now. Sandow goes to the top, but Kofi cuts him off and sends him to the mat. Kofi makes a comeback with chops and a drop kick. Kofi and with the big right hand with a boom drop. Sandow ducks the Trouble of Paradise. Kofi blocks a backdrop and kicks Sandow in the head. Kofi springboards in with a crossbody and covers for 2. We see Rey Mysterio out on Spanish commentary team tonight. They mentioned that during this match. But Kofi Kingston with another springboard for a 2 count. And Damien Sandow does end up getting the win. And really, that was it for the Hell in a Cell pre-show. And of course, then we move on to the actual Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Well, we get multiple hypes for the matches. We are welcomed to the pay-per-view by Michael Cole, JBL, and Jerry the King Lawler. And they mention that they have a special guest on Spanish commentary. But as you already know, that special guest is none other than Rey Mysterio. Well, then we kick off the entire pay-per-view with our WWE Tag Team title match. The Usos versus the Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns versus the Tag Team Champions Cody Rhodes and Goldust. Well, we go to the ring, and out comes first the WWE Tag Team Champions Cody Rhodes and Goldust. Usos and the Shield follow. Lots of back and forth tags. Really, the Shield looked like they were on top of the match. But how impressive was Goldust during this match? Goldust, he has never looked better, to be honest with you. I really think that Goldust really is one of the biggest highlights in the entire matchup. And really, ever since Goldust returned to WWE, I think that he has been the best. One of the best stars on Monday nights, really. He's overachieving, and he's seeing what people want to see. But your winners of this match, Goldust and Cody Rhodes, retain. Then we see Shawn Michaels and Triple H backstage talking. Then they air a promo for John Cena's Fastlane app, and we go to the ring, and out comes The Miz. The Miz says Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family have stalked him for weeks, and he's ready for a fight, and he wants to fight. Well, all of a sudden, lights go dark. Bray cuts a promo on the Titantron. Then all of a sudden, lights go on. Guess who's on in the ring? Eric Rowan, Luke Harper. They beat the living heck out of The Miz. Then all of a sudden, pyro goes off, and out comes Kane. Kane decks Rowan on the floor and goes up to the ring for Harper. They go at it. Kane sends Harper out to the floor. Rowan and Harper back up to the ramp as Kane looks on from the ring. Kane grabs Miz, lays him out with a chokeslam. Kane makes the ring explode, and his music hits again. And therefore we have a returning Kane. Just how exciting is that? Well, then we get, all of a sudden, this match. Summer Rae and Fandango versus Natalya and the Great Khali. Really nothing impressive here. I'm just glad that Fandango and Summer Rae were able to win. But, really how impressive was Summer Rae's debut in the WWE on WWE pay-per-view? Just how impressive was that? Next, we get our United States Championship match. As you know, Biggie Langston, he joined the pre-show announce team.